رحمتك وانشر علينا رحمتك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام ورب زدنا علما أجمعين اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
So we'll continue from ayat number 24. So so far we reached wherein that's ayat number 23, wherein there is a dua made by Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayha salam. قال ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. قال اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع إلى حين. قال فيها تحيون وفيها تموتون ومنها تخرجون. So first we have the Madi fil Mad Qala. He said. Now here was Qala. Why? Because this is Qala for the dual in the previous one when they're making the dua. And now he said this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Qala, the file is Mustatir. And this is fil Mad. So he said, now what's the verb? Can anyone tell me? What's the verb here? So this is ihbitu. We did study this verb before. So madi, what's going to be the madi of it? Habata, right? We did this. Habata means to get down. And like nazala, right? Habata yahbitu. So like we have mahbat, right? Medina mahbat wahi, where the wahi, was revealed. So the place, noun of place there, right? So habata yahbitu means to get down. Niche utarna. So you have ihbitu and it's plural now. So this command is for the plural, vowel jama'a. So plural we know is for more than two, right? So this is for, so more than two, who is this wow referring to? Why is this not dual? So far we came across the dual, right? In the last few ayats, it was all dual, referring to Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayhi salam. Now here we're coming across the plural subject of it. So so the plural is at least three. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Qala ihbitu. As ihbitu fi'lun fi'lu amrin. And who is the file? Wawul jama'a. All right. So that's now the question here is, was this waw referring to? So these are Adam alayhi salam, Hawa alayhi salam, and Iblis. So all three are referring. All right, that's plural. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressing all three, not dual. So three. Qala ihbitu, get down, get down. Ba'dukum li ba'din adu. So ba'dukum li ba'd means each other, right? Ba'dukum li ba'd. Or you also have it like ba'dukum. So here it is for each other. This li would be for each other. So get down. You are for each other enemies. Aduun ba'dukum li ba'd. If I say simply each other, I'll say ba'dukum al ba'd or ba'dukum ba'din, definite. Make the second one definite, or I'll say ba'dukum al ba'd, right? So like I say, I throw, or we throw the ball on each other. We throw the ball on each other, right? So verb for the throw, rama yarmi. So I'll say narmi kuratan, ba'dukum al ba'd, right? We throw the ball on each other like this. We talk to each other. نتكلم بعضنا البعض, among ourselves. So each other, right? That's simply بعضكم البعض. Or بعضكم here is بعضكم لبعض. So for each other, you are adu, enemies. So get down. So from now onwards, you're going to be enemies of each other. But what's going to be بعضكم لبعض? So بعضكم, remember, is going to be a mubtada. It's actually a mubtada marfu, and kum is going to be its mudaf ilay, and libad, it's a complete sentence here, ba'dukum libad. So this is jar majroor and adun is the khabar. All right, so let me put it like this for you. So we have this a complete jumla ismiya, this one. All right. And in jumla ismiya, it's a nominal sentence. So what I have put in blue is going to be its subject, the mubtada, and rest of it is going to be khabar. So two khabars here, jar majroor khabar libab, and an indefinite noun that's going to be a khabar. What we call as khabar marfu, right? And then we have a second portion of the sentence, walakum. So this wa is simply an atf, wa. Lakum jar majroor, and walakum fil ard, fil ard. So in the second sentence, second portion of the sentence, the second sentence we have here, all right? So we have a jar majroor coming first, all right? Lakum is also jar majroor. Fil ard is also jar majroor. And then you have mustaqarrun wa mata'un. So mustaqarrun is an indefinite noun. And this is actually a mubtada. And mubtada muakhar. And this is khabar muqaddam. So what happened, we know the principle that if we have a indefinite noun and the khabar is a jar majroor, then they switch their places. Khabar will come, predicate will come first, right? Predicate will precede the subject. When does this happen? When do they switch the places? When the subject is indefinite and the khabar is jar majroor, right? If the subject was definite and the khabar was jar majroor, then the subject will come first. Al mustaqar would be in that case. So we know this principle. So fil ard will say it's going to be jar majroor and it's khabar muqaddam. And mustaqar is mubtada muakhar, the delayed mubtada. So mustaqarrun means a dwelling place. Mustaqarrun, it comes from the verb istaqarra yastaqirru. It's form 10. Istaqarra yastaqirru. And this is a shadda at the end, right? So this is actually mudaf from form 10. So we have istaqarra yastaqiru would mean to dwell. And from istaqarra yastaqiru, you have mustaqirrun, right? Mustaqirrun would be its ismul fa'il. Now, let me ask you one thing before that. In in form 1, we know how to make the noun of place, right? Sajada yasjudu becomes masjid, right? So the scale is maf'al or maf'il to make the noun of place, right? You know that, right? So from sajada, if we make a noun of place, that is masjid. So sajda means to prostrate. Sajda karna. Masjid means the place where you prostrate. So la'iba means to play. And its noun of place is mal'ab, the place where you play, that is the playground. Right? In the same way we have tabakha means to cook, matbakh, the place where you cook, that's the kitchen. So it's an easy scale we know. Maf'alun or maf'ilun, either scale, with a fatha on ayn or a kasra on ayn. But how do you make the noun of place in advanced verbs from form 2 to form 10? Does anyone remember this? We made a very less number of nouns of place from advanced forms. Al-fi'l as-sulasi mazid fi from form 2 to form 10. Anyone remembers how to make, what is the scale for the ism makan, the noun of place in advanced forms? You remember or don't? If you don't remember, that's fine. So in the advanced forms, anyone? So Saadia, anyone has the answer?
I don't remember.
Ustad, इसमें file, one is file and another one is इसमें mouse.
Maful.
Maful, yes, maful.
So what is the answer?
Yes.
Now I'm saying, what is the answer? What is the scale of ismul makan, the noun of place, in advanced forms? So we have ismul fa'il, active participle, ismul maf'ul, passive participle. So we know their scales, right? We know the scales. But what is the scale of ism makan? You got my question. First, you need to understand the question, right? If you're understanding the question. Yeah.
It is the same, Ustad.
Absolutely, it'll be same. Same as ismul maf'ul. Very good job, mashallah.
Yes.
Right, ismul maf'ul. So the scale of ism makan is same as the scale of ismul maf'ul, the passive participle, all right? So the noun of place has the same scale as the passive participle here in the advanced form. So that makes our job a lot more easier. So if I give you a verb, istaqarra, istaqarra madi, right? Mudara is going to be yastaqirru. Ismul file is going to be mustaqirrun, and ismul maful is going to be mustaqarrun. And mustaqarrun is the ismul maful, and that's here. So this is the scale ismul maful, but this is noun of place. All right. So that means the dwelling place, रहने की जगह. So walakum fil ardi mustaqarrun. So on the earth is going to be your dwelling place. All right. So this is the mubtada muakhar here. Wa mata'un. Mata means livelihood. All right. Wa mata'un ila hin. So you're going to have the for a certain period of time, right? To the period of time. So this is going to be mata'un is doing an atf on mustaqar. You don't have to say that mata'un is also mubtada, although it is a mubtada muakhar, they're same. But grammatically, you don't say it like that, right? Mubtada would be the first one, and second, we're going to say it's going to do atf on the first one. So it's connected with the same one. That's a grammatical way of saying the same thing. And ilahin is again jar majroor, all right? So mata'un ilahin,
Ustad,
you'll say,
once again,
hmm,
you can tell
which
what
one?
is mubtada, muakkar, muakkar, what is delayed mubtada? I'm not able to.
All right, so let's put it like this.
Delayed,
Hold on,
how
I'll
can we
show you.
understand it is a delayed or early?
So very simple. If how do you make a sentence? Uh, if I say the man is in a house. How do you say that?
Rajulun
No,
fi bait.
you don't say rajulun. I said the man is in the house. The man.
الرجل في
Yes, you'll say ar-rajul. You don't say rajulun, right?
Ar-rajul, rajulun fil baiti.
All right. So you'll say ar-rajulu fil bayti, right? Ar-rajulu fil bayti. Now, if I have to say a man is in a house. Now, what happened here is your mubtada is indefinite. In English, you'll write it like this, but in Arabic, you don't write an indefinite mubtada like this. So, if we have a condition wherein the mubtada is indefinite, like in this case, we have a man, right? And what is the khabar here? In a house. In a house is fil bayti, jar majroor. So the rule to write this, the second one would be we're going to switch their places. So you'll say fil bayti rajulun.
Okay.
Got the point?
Okay.
So then in that case, it will be delayed mubtada. Mubtada is going to come after the predicate. So if you say rajulun fil bayti, although it might give the sense, but it's grammatically incorrect. Rajulun fil bayti. You had to write fil bayti rajulun, right? So delayed mubtada and khabar muqaddam. Muqaddam means that came earlier. Mubtada got delayed. It went to have an ice cream, right? So it came late. So a man in a house. In English, we'll write it like this, but I got the answer now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Great. So now you have fill. That's exactly same here, and you'll find this, most of the times like this in the Quran because we derive our grammar from the Quran, right? So if it's written like this, we're going to write it like this. So fil ardi mustaqarrun and wa mata'un. So both of these are actually delayed mubtadas, but grammatically you'll say this mubtada and mata'un is the bringing an atf on the same. All right, but we have to understand like this. So mata'un, and I told you last time also mata, dunya. This dunya is known as in the Quran as mata'ul ghurur, right? Mata'ul ghurur means dhoke ka saman, the livelihood of deception or the illusion, right? Of deception or illusion. So mata. So in the earlier ayat we saw the previous one of ghurur, right? فَدَلَّهُمَا بِغُرُورٍ. So now you have mata, and you'll have this expression coming mata'ul ghurur later on when we see that. So mata will be livelihood. Mata'un ila hin. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now after Adam alayhi salam and Hawa alayhi salam made the dua, oh Allah, we have wronged ourselves. And if you do not go ahead and forgive us and be merciful on us, we're going to be among the losers. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them all the three that you go and live in the earth now, and that's going to be a dwelling place and you're going to have livelihood there and to a limited period of time, to a certain period of time. All right. Qala fiha, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further says, Qala, he said, fiha. So fiha jar majroor, in it. Tahyawna. So the first verb here in the side, all right? Tahyawna. Tahyawna. But fiha tamutuna, second verb, wa minha tukhrajuna, third verb. So three verbs are there. Tahyawna, yawna, tahyawna, tamutuna, and tukhrajuna. So the first one is, can anyone tell me what's going to be the madi of tahyawna? Tahyawna. So it is any of these three verbs. Can you help me with any of the three verbs? Tahyawna. Just try to think what's going to be the madi and mudari of it. Whether it's going to be tahyawna or tamutuna. I'll just show you here. But till then, you just try to think. It's possible. So we have
هو
which one? No,
تحويل.
no. For respect to tahyawna, the three root letters we have is ha. This is a very, very important verb, all right, that I'm going to tell you right now. So we're going to ha, ya, and ya, all right? So how do you write this now? So this is ha, yi, ya. This is one way to write it, all right? Hayya, and its mudari is going to be Yahya, right? Yahya is also a name, but here it's a verb we're talking about. Yahya, all right? So Hayya Yahya. So this is Naqis, IA group, Samia, Samia Yasma group, right? Kasra in the Madi and Fatha in the Mudari, Hayya. But because you have two similar Ya and Ya there, right? So another way to write the same thing is in its assimilated form like this, Hayya. So both ways it's written in the Quran. In this form, Hayya, as well as this form, Hayya. So both are acceptable in grammar, right? So both ways. So what's the meaning of it? It means to live, right? Hayya. So from this, you have its ismul fa'il. Ismul fa'il in Ayatul Kursi. Allahu la ilaha illahu al-hayy. So the attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-hayyu, is the ismul fa'il from here. Al-hayyu al-qayyum, right? We say al-hayyu al-qayyum, the all ever living. So that's what we say, al-hayy, with respect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-hayy, the all living. So hayya means to live. Hayya yahya. So, all right, so this is going to be from from I samia, means to live, right? Al-hayyu al-qayyum. Like you have this one in ثُمَّ لَا يَمُوتُ فِيهَا وَلَا يَحْيَا, right? That comes in the last part of the Quran. And with respect to this, with idgham, it also comes where you have assimilated both of these together, all right? You write it on the same page like this. So, but the root we should know, hayya. So this is the first one. So if we have Yahya, right, and Yahya, when you make it plural, it's going to be Yahyawna. That's going to be plural, all right? Una, Yafa'aluna, Yahyawna. So that's going to be you will live, all plural. Vowel Jama is going to be the plural. Let me write it here for you. Yahyawna, right? This is what is in the Quran. So waw is going to be its fa'il. And I'm going to put a spoon on this also. All right, so this is the first verb we have. And second verb we have is tamutuna, right? So what's the madi of it? Mata yamutu, right? Mata yamutu. Mata yamutu means to die, right? Mata yamutu. So yamutuna. So it's going to be yamutuna as a plural. Yamutuna is going to be its plural. So yamutuna means you will die, you all will die. So tamutuna, right? It's in here, it's tamutuna, not yamutuna for second person. So tamutuna is what's in the Quran right now, in this ayat, right? For the second person, tamutuna, tahyawna, وفيها تموتون. So tamutuna فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ثبوت النون. What's the file? ثبوت النون. Why? لأنه من أفعال الخمسة. And waw is what? Waw al-jama'a, and there's a file. Now, so meaning going to be tamutuna, you all will die. All three, I mean, this mentioned there. At least three, because plural is for at least three. And fourth verb, I'm not going to tell you the answer. You're going to tell me what's going to be tukhrajun.
خرج.
Very good. It's going to be kharaja. But kharaja is yakhruju. Why is it tukhrajun? So kharaja
It is
yakhruju.
passive.
Mashallah, good. It's passive. Very good. It's passive. Tukhrajun. So it's tukhraju with a fatha. Was actually kharaja yakhruju, right? So you see that yakhruju. This was active voice, right? Active voice was yakhruju with a dhamma on it. Keep an eye on ra. Ra has a dhamma on it, right? But when we make it passive, not only the first letter gets a converts into dhamma, but at the same time you see that this also gets a fatha, because we know there are two things you're going to keep in mind with respect to passive: the harful mudara converting into dhamma, and also the ain kalma getting a fatha, the one before the last one, right? Even though it's from Nasara group, right? AU group, kharaja yakhruj is AU, but this even keep this in mind also, that this is also gets converted to fatha. Doesn't matter what group you belong to. Tukhrajun, that you will be brought forth, right? So kharaja yakhruju, and we also have. Let's go back to the Quran. So one more point I'll tell you how you're going to differentiate between what's the form 4 of kharaja? Form 4. Kharaja. Anyone? Form 4?
أخرج أخرج.
Akhraja. What's the mudari of that? So akhraja,
يخ يخرج.
yukhriju. Now you see, yukhriju has a kasra there, right? Kasra, yukhriju. So
Yes,
you should always be able
yes.
to know the difference. Yukhriju and yukhraju, right? Yukhriju and yukhraju. You should know the difference very well. Because it's very common to make a mistake on it. So if you have yukhriju, if you get a verb like this, yukhriju, what is yukhriju? It is form 4, mudari'. All right, active voice, yukhriju. But if it is yukhraju, then that's one is passive, right? From form 1, yukhraju. If you are able to distinguish this, it's going to be a great job, right? يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور. So he takes them out from zulumat, from the darkness towards the light. All right, so that's form 4. The difference should be clear to you between these two. All right, so we have, let's do this again here, the rest of it. So we have qala fi'lun madin, right? And who is the file? Mustatir. Taqdiruhu huwa. Fiha jar majrur. Tahyawna. واستحيونا فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ثبوت النون لأنه من الأفعال الخمسة. And is the file واو الجماعة, right? That's ضمير متصل, all right? واو الجماعة. again, this is going to be حرف عطف فيها جار مجرور. And تموتون as the same, like تحيونا فعل مضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه ثبوت النون لأنه من الأفعال الخمسة. So if it's a alamat far'iyya, then we have to give explanation. If it's not dhamma is the primary Arab, right? If it was tamutu singular, then we would simply say fi'l mudari marfu'un وعلامة رفعه الضمة. That's it. We don't have to say لأنه in that case, because that's alamatu asliya. In case of far'iyya, then you will say that here's far'iyya, right? Noon is representing dhamma, marfu. Noon is representing marfu here. In that case, we'll have to say لأنه من الأفعال الخمسة. And then we have ومنها جار مجرور, and تخرجون is again فعل مضارع للمجهول. Alright, فعل مضارع للمجهول passive مرفوع ولا رفعه ثبوت النون. Alright, so what's the meaning? يعني تخرجون means يعني تبعثون أحياء بعد الموت, right? After the death, taking out from the earth. So ya bani Adam. So I'll tell you one more point here, that with respect to Ya Bani, Ya Bani Adam, O the children of Adam. Now addresses who are the ones that are addressed? The children of Adam alayhi salam. Now this word Bani is only in the use in the Quran for two. One is Bani Adam and another is Bani Israel. With others you have Qawmi Nuh, you have Ya ayyuhallazina amanu. You know, when a community or a group is addressed like this. So when a group or a community, I would say, or is addressed with respect to Adam alayhi salam and is Israel, you know, that's only two places where Bani is used. We're going to look at this meaning of Bani today, all right? What is the meaning of Bani? What is Bani Israel or Bani Adam? So, what is the word for son? It is Ibnun, all right? Ibnun. Ibnun means son, like you have Bilal ibn XYZ, Bilal, son of this. Now, what's going to be the plural of Ibn? What's the plural? Sons. What's the word? We have two plurals. This word has,
Abnao.
yes, one is
Abnan.
abna. Very good. So the first plural is abna, abna, abnaun, right? Abnao. And second plural of this is a sound masculine plural, that is banoon. All right, banoon. So this is two plurals, this word. So both mean sons, right? Now, right now we're interested in second one. What is this? Sound masculine plural. Jama muzakkar salim. Like you have muslimuna, right? And the same one we have banuna. So now if you have banoon, it's marfu. If I have to make this banoon as majroor or mansoob, how do I make it? So muslimuna becomes muslimina. Banuna becomes
Banina.
yes, banina. Very good. It's going to be banina. All right, banin, banina. So this is the mansoob and majroor form of it. Now, whenever we are making an idafa construction, right? Can you remember this point? And we have done this exercise, and I'm sure you must have forgotten that in which way, that whenever we do an idafa construction, and if the mudaf is dual or sound masculine plural, mudaf I said, not mudaf ilay, mudaf. If the mudaf is a sound masculine plural or a dual that has a noon at the end, because in dual you also have a noon, right? Kitabani, kitabaini, right? Like this. Nafizatani, nafizataini. You have a noon there at the end. And same is with sound masculine plural. Not with feminine plural, because feminine plural does not have this noon at the end. That has a ta at the end. So this noon will be at the end for dual, whether marfu or mansoob or majroor, or sound masculine plural, any form. So if in mudaf there is a situation like this, sound masculine plural or a dual, the noon will be dropped. The noon gets dropped, right? So if it is the children of, let's say, the children of Yaqub, or I say children of anything, children of any tribe, you say Banu Sa'd, Banina As-Sa'd, for example. We'll take another different name for us to remember. Banu Sa'd. So what happens here? If it's Bani, this will drop. Bani As-Sa'd. If it's Majroor. And if it is, so this will mean that if it's a marfu form, all right, if it's a marfu form, this noon will drop. It becomes Banu Sa'd. All right, the children of Sa'd. Bani Sa'd. So this will be the mansoob form of it. Are you getting my point? Banu and Bani. So what happened here? Noon got dropped. Why? It was in the mudaf. So now here we have Bani Adam. Why is this Bani Adam? Because there is a ya before it. Ya is harfu nida, the vocative particle. All right. So when you have harfu nida before it, We know that whenever there is a ya and following it is an idafa construction that has to be mansub. All right. But if it is a singular word, then that will be marfu. You just drop its tanween. If it's a single word. But if there is a double word, that'll be mansub. So you cannot say ya banu Sa'd. Ya banu is that's wrong. If there is a ya coming before. Because after this, the word a murakkab, which is a compound word made of two in idafa, that'll be mansub. So we have to make it a mansub. Because if mudaf is mansub, the entire construction is mansub, right? We know that. If mudaf is marfu, the entire construction is marfu. The Arab of the idafa construction is determined by its mudaf. So this is Ya Bani Sa'd. Bani Sa'd was the tribe of Bibi Halima. Bibi Halima is the foster mother of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the one who um, he was when he was an infant, right? Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was sent to a remote area, right? So there were multiple reasons at that time when the communities in Arab used to send, even in our, if you go back 70, 80 years, I think this practice was also in our part of the world, so that their language becomes good and all other reasons, right? So the tribe of Bibi Halima was Banu Sa'd. That's how it combined right now. So Ya Bani Sa'd or Ya Bani Israel, Ya Bani Adam. So this word Bani is only used with two communities or two tribes, you can say, or two groups of people. Israel, Bani Israel, Ya Bani Israel. You cannot say Ya Banu Israel, all right? But the actual marfu is Banu. And with Adam alayhi salam, right? With the children
Well,
of Israel.
we can write ना या बनी या लिख सकते हैं ना मंसूब फॉर्म.
Ya Bani, Ya, how? Ya
मंसूब
Bani,
because या इट मेक इनटू मंसूब फॉर्म ना. तो या है तो या के ऊपर या तो फतहा लिख सकते हैं ना.
no, cannot do that. I'll tell you why. Because if you have B, Ni, this is the reason why I say always what makes this mansub. Why is Banin mansub? Is it because of fatha at the end? No, why is Banin mansub? What tells you this is mansub? Banina. Muslimina, make it easier. Muslimuna. Is Muslimuna mansub or is it marfu?
मुस्लिमून इज मरफू.
What tells you it's marfu?
Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
absolutely. So wow is doing what? It is representing Dhamma here. So this is alamatu al far'iyah. So Muslimuna, I'm going to say is marfu bi wow. All right. Now, if I had to say make it mansub, muslimina.
मीन.
Now, what is muslimina? Mansub or majroor. What tells you it is mansub or majroor?
both.
Yeah. What tells you it's mansub? What represents
You can
mansub here?
say या.
We can say it is ya, right? It is ya. Absolutely. Not the fatha, right? Ya is here in plural. Ya is representing.
Okay.
You got the point. Now, when you say the banina, banina is already mansub like this. A bani. So here mansub is ya. You don't have to put a fatha on it because we're talking about plural here. We're not talking about singular word. So you cannot put fatha on it. It has to be like this, bani, because you drop the noon on it, all right? So here, if you have banina, it is mansub with a ya. So this is ya making it mansub, right? You're just removing it when you're making it the idafa construction, right? Banina, there's something next coming next to it. Now you drop the noon, right? You drop the noon, but that doesn't mean that its Arab is dropped. It's still mansub because ya was originally telling us it is mansub, like wa was telling it is marfu, right? So this ya is already making it mansub. You don't have to put a fatha on it. That's going to be wrong. You got the idea?
जी.
Right. So it is mansub already with the ya, which is alamatu al far'iyah. All right. So you have ya bani adam. If you see this here, ya bani adam, no fatha, right? Ya bani adam, just a long vowel, bani, because when you put a kasra, it goes along. Ya bani, and there is also an alif there. So ya bani adam, which is fine. We understood grammatically. So yeah, yes, a vocative particle ya and bani adam. So this is our idafa construction. And adam is, why is adam mansub now? Why is it not kasra? Because why? Why is it not majroor? Adam. Because idafa, so Adam here is what? Mudaf ilay, right? It's a mudaf ilay of Bani. So why is it not majroor? $1 million question. Yeah, who wants
The
to?
diptot.
Very good, it's difto, right? It is
Hmm.
mamnu min as-sarf. So this is majroor bi fatha here. It's majroor and again alamat al-far'iyya because original is kasra. So this is
Hmm.
majroor and why? لأنه ممنوع من الصرف. قد أنزلنا عليكم لباسا يواري سوآتكم وريشا ولباس التقوى ذلك خير ذلك من آيات الله لعلهم يذكرون. So see, we're going to do this ayat tomorrow, inshallah, but there are some words in here that you got to check. This one, yuwari, we did it, right? We have read this word, and sawatikum also we did, all right? So look for it tomorrow, inshallah. We'll get this done, inshallah.